Wait, I've got some exciting news. Because of all your amazing support, I've decided to do my first giveaway on this channel. And the prize is $100 cash for one lucky winner. To enter the giveaway, you need to do these things. Subscribe to the channel, like this video and share it with your friends who love movies. And here's the fun part. Pay close attention to this video because I want you to comment. How many times did I say the name of the main character? If you do all of this and get the answer right, you could be the lucky winner of $100. Let's get started and make sure you don't miss the name of the main character. Our movie begins with Dre, who lives with his mother Sherry, and they're getting ready because they're traveling to China. Her company transferred her to the branch in China. Their family, friends, and neighbors are saying goodbye to them. Before Dre leaves, his friend gives him his favorite toy and says goodbye. Then they head to the airport, and Dre and his mom Sherry arrive in China. At the airport, they meet a guide who takes them to their new apartment. On the way, they see the Olympic Village, where everything related to sports happens. They arrive at their place, and as soon as Dre gets out of the car, a boy named Harry helps him with his luggage and introduces himself. They go up to their apartment, and the guide tells them if they need anything, they can talk to Mr. A. Han because he's the only one there who speaks good English. Later, Sherry calls Dre and asks him to go find Mr. Han to fix the water heater because she needs to take a shower. Dre goes looking for him and finds his room. He tells him they live in apartment 305 and need help with the water, but Mr. Han is eating and doesn't respond. So Dre leaves and says he'll come back later. Dre goes to the garden, finds Harry again, and plays basketball with him. Then he tries playing ping pong with an old man. Dre challenges him, thinking he's old and can't play well, so he'll easily beat him. But the man turns out to be a pro, and Dre can't score a single point. Afterward, Dre and Harry sit on the ground to rest. At the same time, a girl is watching Dre and laughing at him. He notices and tries to get her attention. Harry tells him to go talk to her. So Dre goes and introduces himself. The girl makes a strange request. She wants to touch his hair. She touches it, seems surprised, and laughs. Suddenly, a boy named Cheng shows up and tells the girl Mei Ying she needs to go train. He snatches the paper from her hands and throws it on the ground. Dre picks it up and tries to give it back, but Chung hits him in the face and knocks him down. When Dre tries to get up and defend himself, Chung lands strong. Kung Fu hits on him and knocks him to the ground hard. Dre is in a lot of pain. Mei Ying runs to help him and stops Chung, but Dre asks to be left alone. He gets up and goes back to their apartment. He sees his mom sleeping, goes to his room, and sleeps too. The next morning is Dre's first day at school. He uses his mom's makeup to cover the bruise under his eye. When they arrive, the principal is waiting for them, welcomes them, and tells them hats aren't allowed in school. Sherry takes off Dre's hat and is surprised to see makeup under his eye. She asks if he got into a fight, but Dre denies it and insists he just accidentally hit a metal pole. He says he hit it because he knew she'd ask about it. Dre enters school and sees Mei Ying in the cafeteria. He likes her and realizes she's in the same school. She greets him, introduces herself better, and apologizes for what Chung did. Dre asks if Chung is related to her. She says he's not, but their families are close friends. Then she says she's going to continue her training and leaves. Dre goes home and is trying to learn Kung Fu by watching TV. Suddenly, Mr. Han knocks on the open door and tells him he's here to fix the water heater. He goes into the bathroom and Dre continues training. His mom, Sherry, comes home and sees Dre has thrown his jacket on the floor. She yells at him and tells him to hang it up. He listens and hangs it up properly. Mr. Han is watching everything. The next day, Dre goes to school and sees Chung and his friends. He tries to take a different route, but Chung blocks him and tells him to stay away from Mei Ying and all of them. Then he walks away. Later, Dre and his mom go out for a walk and find a Kung Fu training center. Dre runs in excitedly to watch with his mom behind him. He's very impressed and decides to talk to the coach. Suddenly, he sees Chung training there. Their coach makes them repeat their motto, no weakness, no pain, no mercy. Dre changes his mind and quickly leaves with his mom. Before going to their apartment, they stop in front of Mr. Han's room. Sherry tries to understand why Dre is upset, but he says he doesn't like it here and wants to go back home. She tries to comfort him and says they can't go back. This is their new home. Dre is sad and leaves to go to the apartment. Mr. Han overheard everything. The next day, there's a school trip to the Forbidden City. Dre is amazed by the gates and historical artifacts. The guide explains it was called the Forbidden City because people used to be banned from entering, but now it's an archaeological site open to everyone. Mei Ying talks to Dre there, but Chung is also present and watching. After the trip, they return to school. On the way home, Dre follows Chung and his friends in secret. Suddenly, he throws hot water with oil on them and runs. He tries to escape any way he can, but he can't. He reaches their building from the back door, but the inner door is locked. He can't. hide. Chung's friends catch him and Chung starts hitting him hard, knocking him down. Just as Chung is about to land a powerful punch to Dre's face, Mr. Han grabs his hand, pushes him back, and tells them to go home. Chung and his friends attack Mr. Han, but he easily blocks their moves, makes them hit each other, and takes them down effortlessly. Dre watches in amazement from the ground. When the fight is over, Mr. Han picks Dre up and takes him to his room to treat him. There, he uses traditional Chinese medicine to heal him. Dre feels no pain and is amazed. He asks Han how he made them hit each other without even fighting. Han says he learned from his father. Dre asks him to be his trainer and teach him kung fu so he can beat Chung and defend himself. But Han explains that kung fu isn't about fighting. It's an art meant to spread peace. Dre replies that their coach doesn't teach that. He teaches no mercy, no weakness to anyone. Han tells Dre to come with him to talk to their coach. Dre is scared and asks Han to go with him. Han refuses at first but then agrees. They go together to the kung fu school. When they enter, a fight between young students is happening. One boy wins by knocking his opponent to the ground, and the match ends. But Coach Lee scolds him and tells him to keep hitting. He teaches them that even if your opponent falls, don't stop hitting. Han watches all of this. Coach Lee sees them and Chung tells him this is the man who beat them. Han talks to the coach and asks him to tell his students to leave Dre alone. He says it's not fair for 6 guys to beat up one. Coach Lee demands that Dre fight Cheng, but Han refuses and starts to leave. Coach Lee follows him and says this is an insult to him and his school. Han replies that they'll meet at the open kung fu tournament and tells him no one should touch Dre until then, so he can prepare. Coach Lee agrees and orders his students not to go near Dre. Then he adds that if Dre doesn't show up at the tournament, he'll make his life miserable. Outside, Han tells Dre he has 2 pieces of news. The good one is Chung and his friends won't bother him anymore. The bad one is that Dre must fight them in the kung fu tournament, one by one. Dre is shocked. Han says he'll be his trainer and teach him real kung fu. The next day, Dre goes early to Han's house to start training. When he arrives, Dre takes off his jacket and throws it on the floor, saying he's ready to train. He tells Han he's fast, can learn anything, and already knows some kung fu, so he'll learn quickly. But Han acts like he didn't hear him and tells him to pick up the jacket, hang it on the wooden post, then take it off, wear it again, then take it off and throw it on the ground, and repeat. That's all they do all day. After the first day, Dre returns home feeling down because he didn't learn anything. But when he gets home, he hangs his jacket by himself, surprising his mom. It's the first time he's done that on his own. He keeps going every day to train with Mr. Han. One day, his mom comes to take him to the Chinese Valentine's Festival. She even bought an extra ticket for Han, who refuses at first, but she tells him the ticket is already bought, so he has to come. They go to the festival. When they arrive, Dre asks Sherry if he can go grab something to eat, but he's actually going to meet Mei Ying. He brings her a gift, and they spend some nice time together. The next day, Dre goes to Mr. Han's house while he's working on his car to continue his training. He walks in without knocking, so Mr. Han tells him he didn't give him permission to enter and makes him step outside to knock and come in properly. Then, Dre resumes his training with the jacket until he completely loses it. He says, "I've learned the lesson. I've hung this jacket up over 1,000 times. I'm done. I don't want to train anymore." He grabs his jacket and tries to leave, but Mr. Han calls out to him and asks him to put the jacket back on. Then Mr. Han snatches the jacket and tells Dre to start putting it on again. Every movement Dre does, just like in the training before, turns out to be part of actual kung fu, blocking and striking. That's when Dre finally realizes that everything he was doing wasn't pointless. It was real training the whole time, and he starts to enjoy the exercises. Mr. Han starts throwing punches at him, teaching him how to block and dodge using only the jacket moves. Dre is amazed by himself. He can't believe he's actually blocking attacks and striking back. It hits him that he really has been learning kung fu. Then Mr. Han tells him to pick up the jacket from the ground, and as he bends down, Mr. Han tries to kick him, but Dre naturally dodges it because of the training. That's when Dre fully understands it was all about mastering basic movements through daily repetition. Mr. Han tells him, "Kung Fu is in everything we do, but only those who understand it will see its true value." The next day, Mr. Han takes Dre to the same place where he used to train with his father. They take a train and travel together until they reach their destination. Dre learns that they'll be climbing to the top of a mountain to drink from the Dragon Well. They start their journey up the stairs, and Dre quickly gets exhausted. He tells Mr. Han he's thirsty, but Mr. Han tells him the water is at the top. Once they arrive, Dre sees a bunch of people training, all with amazing skills. But what grabs his attention the most is a woman practicing in front of snakes. She mimics their movements perfectly, and the snakes don't even attack her. He's stunned. Mr. Han calls him over and takes him to the Dragon Well. Dre drinks the water and asks how that woman was able to control the snakes and copy their movements. Mr. Han tells him that the snake was actually copying her because she had mastered her internal energy, her chi. Then Mr. Han takes him to the place where he used to train with his father and starts teaching Dre some new techniques. Dre asks to learn how to control snakes like the woman, but Mr. Han tells him he's not ready yet. He still needs to focus more and master the basics. That night, They return to their city. The next day, Dre is at a restaurant with his mom, and he tries using a focused stare to influence her because he's still obsessed with learning the snake move. Dre trains every chance he gets. He's addicted to it now. One day after finishing a training session, he asks Mr. Han what time they'll train tomorrow. Mr. Han replies that there'll be no training tomorrow. He needs to rest. Overtraining can be harmful too. The next day at school, Dre finds out that Mei Ying's violin audition is the next day at 6 p.m. He tries to encourage her and tells her she'll do great. Then he grabs her hand and they sneak out of school and spend the day together, having fun. Suddenly, she gets a call from her dad telling her the audition was moved up and will start in 20 minutes. He says he's coming to pick her up. She rides with her dad back to school and Dre runs there to support her like he promised. He makes it just in time to see her play, and when she finishes, he's the only one clapping. But after that, her dad comes over and tells her to end the friendship with Dre. She goes up to him and says, "You're a bad influence in my life, and we can't be friends anymore." Then she walks away, leaving him heartbroken. Dre, feeling crushed, goes to see Mr. Han, but when he arrives, he finds him drunk and smashing up the car he's been fixing all this time. Dre calls out to him. He hadn't noticed him, but Mr. Han just says, "No training today." Dre asks why he's smashing the car. Mr. Han replies, "Today is June 8th. Mr. Han sits inside the car and Dre sees an old newspaper with a photo of a woman and child. Dre joins him and Mr. Han shows him a photo of his wife and son. He tells Dre their names, Zhang and Chung. Dre asks what happened. Mr. Han explains that one day they were driving on a steep hill during heavy rain. They got into an argument and he lost control of the car. They had a terrible accident. He says he can't even remember what the fight was about anymore. Every year he fixes the car hoping to fix what happened, but nothing ever changes. He breaks down crying. To comfort him, Dre brings over the training stick and drags Mr. Han to the training area. They start training together again, and Dre's mom walks in and sees them. She's overjoyed to see her son so passionate and focused. The next day, Mr. Han takes Dre to train on the Great Wall of China. Day after day, Dre gets stronger and faster. His strength and endurance improve. He starts going to school regularly again, where he sees Mei Ying, but she avoids him. She doesn't want to disobey her father, and that makes Dre sad. Her dad picks her up from school every day, so Dre can't even talk to her. Eventually, Dre and Mr. Han go to the arena where the Kung Fu tournament will be held. Mr. Han gives Dre his tournament uniform, and Dre hugs him, telling him he's the best friend he's ever had. As they leave, Dre asks one more favor, to go with him to Mei Ying's house. Mr. Han writes a note in Chinese, and they head over. Dre knocks on the door while hiding Mr. Han out of sight. Mei Ying answers with her father beside her. Dre hands over the note, and her father reads it. In it, Dre apologizes for everything and promises to be a good friend to Mei Ying. He asks them to attend the tournament. Her dad replies, "Mei Ying made a promise to be there. We wish you good luck." Dre is beyond happy. Mr. Han tells him, "Let's go. It's time to get serious." The day of the tournament arrives. Mr. Han doesn't know all the rules, so he tries to read up on them and explains to Dre, "You have to land 2 hits on your opponent to earn 2 points." Dre starts his first match, but because he doesn't fully understand the rules, he steps out of bounds and gets a warning. If it happens again, he'll lose a point. He continues the match, steps out again, and loses a point. But then Dre focuses up, hits his opponent with a solid strike, and knocks him down. In the second round, he lands a powerful kick and wins the match. He watches Chung dominate his matches with brutal strikes. He's intense. Chung glares at Dre, making it clear he's coming for him. Both of them advance to the next round. Dre wins again and makes it to the semifinals. In the semifinals, Chung easily defeats his opponent and qualifies for the final. Dre's semifinal match is against one of Chung's teammates. Their coach, Master Lee, instructs the fighter to break Dre's leg to make sure he doesn't make it to the final. During the match, Dre is hit with an illegal move that injures his leg. The referee stops the match and disqualifies the opponent, but Dre still qualifies for the final against Chung. Dre is taken to the clinic, and the doctor tells him he can't continue or the injury will get worse. But Dre begs Mr. Han to heal him using fire cupping, the ancient Chinese method. Mr. Han asks him, "Why do you want to keep fighting? You've already proved yourself." Dre replies, "I'm still scared. I want to face that fear. I want to face Chung." Mr. Han agrees and uses fire cupping to help relieve the pain. Dre returns to the arena limping, and Master Lee mocks him, but Dre steps back into the ring for the final match. He avoids kicks to his injured leg and lands some light hits. Chung is aggressive and lands a solid blow, scoring a point. Dre bounces back and strikes fast, knocking Chung down and evening the score. In the next round, Dre scores another point, 2-1 in Dre's favor. Master Lee calls Chung over and reminds him of their motto, "No mercy." Chung comes back into the ring, furious, aiming directly for Dre's injured leg. He manages to hit it and ties the match, 2-2. Now the next point wins. Dre is down in agony, but suddenly he gets up. He focuses on Chung's movements like the woman who mimicked the snakes. He dodges Chung's next strike effortlessly and leaps into the air, landing a powerful kick that knocks Chung out. Dre wins the tournament. Chung hands him the trophy himself. He earned his respect. The whole crowd cheers for Dre. His mom Sherry is in shock but super proud. Mei Ying is thrilled. Dre walks over to Mr. Han, his mentor, and just then, Chung and his friends come over to respectfully bow to Mr. Han in appreciation. Master Lee watches it all and breaks down in regret. And that's the end of the movie. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below.